Hello and welcome. Devotional Goddess here, Saskia. So today I'm speaking about some books that I've really enjoyed recently. And there were two poignant, there's always so much that you get out of certain books. And there are two pieces from each book that I want to share with you today. So the first one was The Power of the Crone. So fabulous. By Clarissa, Pinkola, Estes. And she narrated it too, because I listened to it on Audible. And she has this wonderful melodic voice. And she is just the most amazing storyteller. And you can hear her wisdom and her steadiness in her voice. It was really quite magical to listen to on Audible. And one of the points that really resonated with me was she said, "Not even a bullet will kill you if it is not your time to go." And I found that to be such a profound statement, because it interweaves into the other book that I want to mention, is Your Soul's Plan by Robert Schwartz. And in that book, he speaks about the symphony of events that take place leading up to your death, and how our crossing over is never an accident. It's always perfectly orchestrated in advance by our soul. And yes, there are crossroads at certain points in our lives, for some and not for others, where choices can be made and different directions can be taken. But it is always the soul's decision as to when to pass, and the different contracts we have with the whole myriad of people that we have in our lives. Every relationship that we have is a soul contract. Our families, our significant partners, those who leave an impact, positive or negative, in our lives are our soul contracts. And that our soul has signed up for this interaction. And as tragic as it is for those of us who are still here to leave, to have a loved one leave, that is never to be undermined. It is still one of the hardest experiences we can have in life. But it is a soul's choice. And personally, that gives me comfort, even through the heartache, even through the process that can take a year or several years. And it is to be honored, the mourning and the loss of a loved one. Now, another part from Your Soul's Plan that really struck me, again, from both books, there were many, many stories that resonated, but these two, for whatever reason, are two that I hold on to at this time, for comfort, for solace, for support. In Your Soul's Plan, clients are regressed, and Robert Schwartz has documented these regression therapy sessions, but he hasn't brought clients into the recession into past life. He has documented it, and in one of those sessions, the practitioner brought the client to her soul, her higher self, to understand her soul contract at this moment. And the message that was transmitted was that her soul was communicating with another soul, a beloved soul, and they had deep, deep love and reverence for each other. And the soul was saying, I believe it was a woman, but the essence is the soul was saying, I need you to take on this role for me in this lifetime. And the other soul was saying, I don't want to. It would cause you so much pain, and I don't ever want to inflict that kind of pain onto you. And soul one was said, no, this is my learning. I need to understand this level of betrayal, this level of hurt, in order for my soul's growth. And that's why I'm asking you to do it. And soul two was really resisting. But because of the love and the request of soul one, and the determination of the soul one of like, no, I have chosen you because I know you, how much on a soul plane you love me. But you're the one I need to have this experience with on an earthly plane. Now, that was so poignant to me, so striking, that, goodness, could that mean that the person or people that I have the most karma with, the hardest time with, the most heart-wrenching time with, on a soul level, it's actually flipped. And that we have the most loving bond that is not representative of the relationship that we have on our earthly plane, in our earthly bodies. I have requested that this person be in my life to teach me invaluable lessons that only I have chosen to learn at this juncture, in this time period in my life. Uncomfortable, isn't it? I know. But if we can shift that perspective from victimhood, from anger, from revenge, from whatever it is that this person is triggering us, can we learn to see it from a bird's eye view and to say, you are here to teach me something. You are here for me to take a lesson out of this. Help me to see what this lesson is, so that I can indeed learn from this and take in the wisdom that is here for me to take from this, the growth that is here for me to take from this situation. You can pause at any time and say, oh my goodness, this hurts so much. This person is causing me so much pain and suffering. How can I see this from another perspective so that I can evolve and grow from this, and that I can unplug from this pain and suffering that I am experiencing right now? It is a big one. But if this resonates with you, this can be a pivotal turning point for you. One, in how you experience this relationship. And two, it will give you the opportunity to step out of victimhood and into a more empowered place. And believe me, when you shift this perspective, your relationship will shift and change. because you have changed the dynamic within it. The other day I listed all the grievances I have with someone that I have karma with, that I'm working through. I listed all the grievances that I have with that person. And I turned it around and I asked myself, where are you exhibiting these behaviors? Where are you embodying these characteristics? It will change your relationship with that person. Even the act of understanding that they have taken up this role under your request, that they have taken on this role out of deep, deep love for you. Now that can be a bit of a stretch sometimes, especially when this person has really put you through the ringer. But take it on to whatever degree you can and contemplate on this message. Because this is a time that we're going through where we have an opportunity to really shift in our evolution. We are going through a massive change on planet Earth right now. And I encourage you to take any opportunity you can, because there will be ample opportunities in having our behaviors mirrored back to us. There's ample discomfort in our lives right now. To turn it around, to see how we can change our perspective, our attitude to the situation in front of us. And in doing so, we have the opportunity to liberate ourselves. If you need help and guidance, book a session with me. This is how I work with my clients. This is how I work with myself. This is, on a very more simplistic level, this is how I work with my children. We do not want to be victims. We want to take every opportunity that we feel up to taking, because it takes a courageous heart. And believe me, all these steps in wanting to evolve, the desire in your heart to evolve and change, is what will allow you to move forwards. It will be that fuel that brings you forwards, that brings up the courage to transcend and to move through difficulties and to change your attitude and your perspective of a situation. So your barometer is going to be your emotions and your visceral response to people or things. If you have a knee-jerk reaction and you want to lash back, that's an opportunity for change. That's an opportunity for growth. If you have that knee-jerk reaction, you want to run away, close the door, and curl up in a ball, that's an indication of growth, of an opportunity for change. It's going to be present in a myriad of ways. What triggers you? And whatever is triggering you, you have an opportunity to transform. The information is below. Book a session with me, reach out. I will support you in any way, in all the ways that I can. Many blessings. Namaste.